Welcome to the 5-Minute Face Check. I'm, of course, Turd Herder, and tonight I've been joined by Randall Newman. How are you, Randall?
I appreciate it. I'm doing well. You don't have to call me Randall though. Randall's my father. You call me Randy, but I'm good. And yeah, thanks for making the time.
Perfect. And, of course, you're on Randy Newman, the team. So without further ado, let's just get started. Of course, you know the ground rules, so let's hit that timer and get going here. So
Sure. Yeah.
why don't you first introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. I am Randall Newman of Team Randy Newman, one of the many Randys. I think this is our third season in NGS. Two of those has been under the Randy Newman moniker. We were previously Asmo Carey before that. But yeah, we're just a group of friends who have been playing HOTS together now for like 3 years of like some version of us. We've had some people who have kind of filtered out, and then others who have like picked up with us and are now a part of the Randy Newman allegiance. So but yeah, it's been a good time, and this season's been particularly fun.
Yeah, and that was my next question, actually. So you're in the finals, or
Yes.
semis? Finals? Semi?
I think it's the finals. I think it's
Coastal
the
finals.
Div D West finals, and then I don't know how they like do cross play between the
Sure.
other Div D in there, but yeah.
So, in your words, how did you guys get here?
Memeing.
I thought that might be your answer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the nice things about playing in Div D is like a bunch of the other teams like usually really like on board with like a lot of the, like we obviously have our team that is the joke of our team name and getting to play in that but yeah, we just kind of get to like try out some new stuff here or there, and a lot of it usually like for the meme more so than like for the however well that comp will work. But yeah, that's how we've gotten here. And it's been, luckily it's worked out more often than it hasn't this season. Last season, that was not the case. Last season, committing to some pretty like non-meta play styles definitely cost us, but it was still, again, like it was always still like for a super fun season. Like every team we played against has been like really great and being a part of it. So yeah.
Perfect. And this might be a little strange of a question. What have you guys been doing to prepare? Is it just more memes, or is there some actual preparation here?
Yeah, not as much. We've been playing a lot of Farming Simulator.
Okay.
So we haven't been. I'll be honest. We haven't been doing nearly as much like practice as we should be. We just had actually one of the guys, one of the other Randys. He happens to be in my neck of the woods, which is Los Angeles now. He's visiting his girlfriend. So we just got to see him. I just got to see him in person. But obviously, since he's over here traveling, he hasn't had time to like play. We actually set up while she was working today. I was on my computer and we set him up on my laptop to get like a couple games in.
Yeah.
But we haven't been like we have not pursued like organized like practice or like really like critical like practice or like improvement time really
Right.
ever. So why start now? But Farming Simulator has been real fun. So
And your offlaner's probably just like doing great with the farming simulator.
oh yeah, it cultivates a lot of those
The
really
XP.
like offlane habits, and just throw yourself at one monotonous activity for minutes on end.
Perfect. And so with this, I'll call it interesting. With this interesting playstyle, how do you think waiting on Cherry is kind of anticipating that? Can
Um,
they?
oh, probably. I mean, we're not like I don't think we've done a great job of being like super secret about like what's worked for us versus
Right.
what hasn't. I think like one thing we have gotten a little bit better about is knowing that like when we go into draft, we need to have more than like one plan and actually be able to like pivot or stick to it, because so often we'll say like, hey, here's this thing we'll do. There will be like one component of that gets like slightly modified, and then all of a sudden we just immediately go to like panic mode.
Right.
uh, so
Main
we've
tank
gotten
murky. Main tank murky. Yeah.
exactly, yeah, we've gotten a little bit better about that. but no, I think like we've obviously looked at like what has been working for Waiting on Cherry and like how we may try and play into that. I'm sure that they're doing the same thing for us, and I don't know if you saw any of the results. They they really tanned our hides earlier this season.
Yeah, they went what,
When we
2-1?
2-0. Oh no,
Oh wow.
they dominated is putting it lightly. It was two very very decisive victories on their where we did not have our stuff together. So we're definitely trying to like make a better showing than that. Obviously, I mean, obviously we want to win, but
Right.
yeah, we'll try some stuff. I'm sure they're preparing for us, but we're confident.
Very nice. And of course, time's up. That's the 5-minute face check. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a good night tonight. And we're all hoping that you do well.
Yeah, thanks for bringing me into this. Really appreciate it, and excited for the match.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much. Welcome again to the 5-minute face check. I'm, of course, Turd Herder, and I've been joined by Randy Newman's opponent, Darth Cherrywood of Waiting on Cherry. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. So you, of course, know the ground rules. We've already gone through it. So I'm going to hit the 5-minute timer, and we're going to hop right into it, okay?
All right, let's do this.
All righty. All right, so why don't we start with the simple stuff? Who are you, your team, your role, that kind of stuff. Go ahead.
Team is Waiting on Cherry. I'm D Cherrywood in game,
Nice.
mostly because I don't have enough letters to put the whole thing.
Makes
I'm
sense.
main tank for the team. I've done a little bit of healing this season. Not my preferred role.
And, of course, you're the captain of Waiting on Cherry and the namesake, as I understand it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an inside joke.
Yeah, for the record, there was no waiting on my end for this interview, so thank you. I've asked this a couple times. How did Waiting on Cherry get to this moment in the playoffs?
A lot of hard work. We've got a great coach, Shredded from Broken Alliance.
Yeah, okay.
He's helped us a lot, and I couldn't have asked for a better team. Every one of my guys has put in so much effort and really pulled through for me.
And talking about that effort, so what exactly did the team do? Did you guys set up weekly practices? Is everyone just kind of on their own? They're studying? Tell me a little bit more about that.
We normally try to practice 2 to 3 days a week.
Holy cow. Okay. Awesome.
Tuesday, Thursday is our normal day, and then match in there. If we don't have a match, we normally have a third day of practice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, your opponent this week is Randy Newman, and of course, I think we all know, and as the viewers know, they're a fan of the memes. So, what can you tell me is going to be your strategy there to kind of counteract those memes?
I mean, Waiting on Cherry ran 5 healers.
I know.
Didn't win, but we ran it.
So is that the strategy for tonight?
No. I'd say we'll probably keep it pretty close to the chest, do some normal stuff, look to try to keep them from getting too weird, but, we'll just have to adapt and overcome.
There you go. Now, I do have to ask, one of the things that the viewers, I think, can look for tonight is a particular mounting up and mounting off strategy. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Waiting on Cherry were not the first team to do that. We were already riding the Roosters,
Sure.
but we weren't doing the full dance. House of Ches, I saw them do it. Their week 1 game. And as soon as I saw it, I knew we had to do that every single game.
So is that definitely something we can expect tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
It helps you win. Plus 10 to winning.
That's what I like to see. So one of the things I've asked Randy Newman was, what do you think they're thinking about you? So how do you think they're going to adapt to your strategy? Can they?
I would expect a Varian Chromie ban. That is some easy stuff for us to run, works well. Other than that, I'm not sure what they really expect. I'm not sure what I think they will try to do.
Very nice. And so what do you guys see kind of in the future here? Are you guys kind of just looking at this game as the last one? Are you looking forward onto your Division D East opponent?
I mean, I haven't done any scouting yet, but I'm definitely looking to move past this game.
And you've played some Division D East teams, right?
Yes, we've scrimmed against the Nexus Cats.
Oh,
We've scrimmed against Probius. I think that's actually it. But so we've played a little bit over there. It definitely seems like a different ball game from D West. You know, both teams that we played against played really well. I'm looking forward to it.
Very nice. Yeah, no, and of course, we wish you the best of luck. Last kind of question here as we go into the final 30 seconds. Do you have any pre-game shout-outs? Anyone that you want to shout out? I don't think you guys have a caster yet tonight as of recording, but who would you like to shout out here?
Shout out our sponsor, Razor Wire Energy.
It's a good
Shout out our coach, Shredded. Shout out everybody on my team. You know, thank you for this season. And shout out to all of NGS. This has been a blast.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. So thank you very much for lending us 5 minutes of your time. Good luck tonight. We, of course, will be watching for the chicken dance, as you called it. Yeah, good luck for the rest of the season, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care now.
Bye.
Here we are! Welcome everybody to Division D West Coastal Finals between Randy Newman and Waiting on Cherry. You are just in time! I am joined tonight by the wonderful, the fabulous, the beautiful, not Jesus, but Slexia. Welcome, Slexia.
Although you can worship me, it is not Jesus. Thank you for thank you for having me. I was running to grab a cocktail, but I wanted to share this wine glass I've never used. It was a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
Is it a kitty cat? Is it a little kitty?
Yeah.
Little
like
kitty wine glass? Love it.
Super ridiculous.
All right. Well, it was requested that we do some polls tonight, so I'm going to try to do them and fill those out if you want. The current one is, which team are you rooting for? If you're rooting for Randy Newman, just enter 1 in chat, or you can type out the full team name. 2 for Waiting on Cherry, 3 for Burritos. So type in either the number that corresponds. So type in a 1 for Randy Newman, a 2 for Waiting on Cherry, a 3 for Burritos, or you can also just enter the team name in, and that will also count if you don't want to enter a single number. So check out that poll and let us know who you're rooting for. And
check out that hole. Also, Dax hole.
Dax hole in chat. Dax hole playing tonight on Waiting on Cherry. All right, we're gonna get this going real quick. I just want to take a quick look at a few things. Let's look at the heads up between these two teams during the regular season. I'll pull that up real quick. Boop. All right, so Waiting on Cherry got the 2-0 domination on Randy Newman during the regular season. But they are the number 2 seed, with Randy Newman being the number 1 seed overall. So that is interesting, and I think these teams.
It is.
Yeah, a little.
Okay.
I think so. Like, because I think these
Okay,
teams are
okay.
both so close. What do you think, Slexia?
I think that I'm just listening to you talk without seeing these things, that I'm not retaining it and cannot comment. Oh, seeing it on stream now. There it is.
Yes, here's a 30-second
All right,
delay for you.
Here we go. Okay. All right. Waiting on Cherry with a 2-0 domination. This was the past.
Yeah, this was during the regular season when these teams played each other.
Ooh, I bet all cheeks are clenched tonight.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Mine are. Especially because
Yes.
you were live when I came and sat back down.
Well, I waited until you came back, so it was perfect timing. And one more thing to look at, which you'll see probably in 30 seconds or when we're done with it, is this is the current challenge bracket of Div. Challenge! Here it is. This is how we arrived. Randy Newman beating Ghost of Yavapai, Bloodbath and Beyond, making it into the top #1 seed here. Waiting on Cherry, beating out the baddest dudes, Bloodfin Murgles, here for the Coastal Finals. Boop. All right. Let's check in with our poll. Yes, go
I
ahead.
didn't see that. No, I see that we are back on screen. Cool. I'm excited for this. I guess I should probably be in the game itself so we can get going, right? It's a best of 5. It's going to be a long haul.
Yes, so everybody put on your diapers because we're going to be in here for a while. We'll see what happens there. All right, just checking in on our poll. Oh, by the way, thank you, Dax Hole, for the resub. I really appreciate it. And our Preems for the follow, and Jinxie Cat for the 69 bits. Thank you so much. And thanks everybody for hanging out in chat. There are a bunch of y'all. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Checking in with our poll, it looks like we have Randy Newman, 18.2%, Waiting on Cherry at 45.5%, and Burritos coming in a close second at 36.4%. Maybe I shouldn't have included Burritos, but I did.
Maybe we redo the poll. Just kidding.
Maybe we'll do some more polls later, and I guess we can take a quick look at the maps. Ooh, I don't know if it's gonna load. Maps, will you load? I don't think the maps are gonna load.
While you're speculating on that, I'd just like to say that I am very pleased with the Portrait Synergy rather, lobby. I lost connection.
Oh no.
Game. Up, and I'm back.
Excellent. Hello? Question 1, 2, 3. Question.
Hello? I'm not in the lobby anymore. It's like, hold on, you're talking about me. Get out of here.
Quick, talk about Slexia so she can't get in. All right, there she is. Let's make you a ref real quick.
Dr. Cherrywood is level 666, which I hope he retires his account after tonight.
Oh, you gotta. So here's what happened. Randy Newman, since they're the higher seed, they wanted the map pick. They banned out BOE and Volskaya. We had Braxis and Tomb of the Spider Queen banned by Waiting on Cherry. We are going to Curse Hollow as game #1, and I think we are just about ready to get there. I think I'm just going to double check, make sure that the teams are still ready. And we will get into game 1.
Wraithling saying, I'm pretty sure it's the Coastal Finals that are best of 5.
This is the Coastal Finals? Yes. It's the finals for the Coast. We've made it to the very end. All right, it looks like everybody is ready. So we are going to retire this poll, and we will come back with another one maybe between games. All right, let's jump into game #1 right after this. Cursed Hollow. Yes.
My whole lobby is just completely messed up.
Your lobby's messed up?
I'm only seeing a galaxy image
But no game? Where's the game? I
No.
swear.
The hell is happening?
What's going on? There are ghosts inside of Slexia's computer.
Wow.
Needs
I'm
an
gonna take a picture of
exorcism.
this.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know how we get you back in. Maybe things are just going to look weird for you.
Well,
We'll see.
weird indeed.
Wraithling! I believe it is a best of 5 because that is what Div D East did, and that was a couple nights ago. Ban Cho won out there. It was a very close match over the Frank-Spurters. So if we do have a problem, let me know. Griffinson has redeemed a soundboard clip. Maybe we'll play one of those in the breaks. Thank you very much.
All right, so an Abathur ban. I can see that.
Yes. Right away. And I must really bug Waiting on Cherry. So that's why they got rid of Abathur. Because, you know, Abathur is kind of like a bug. Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
Stop it. Stop it.
Zatoichi8, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it.
All right, so
Chromy
in that interview,
yes,
it was speculated that there would be a Varian Chromie ban, and Chromie was just banned.
Bing, bada boom. There you go.
We've got some psychics playing in NGS. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, these teams have played, you know, their regular season match against each other, and they've had a while to look at this match to play between each other. So I'm pretty sure they're on to the hot picks and favorites of the opposing teams.
I just sent you an image of what I'm looking at so you can understand.
I could switch to it, and then we'll lose your face.
No.
No?
No, but you see my lobby?
Here, I'm gonna switch
it's
to
so
it.
weird.
All right, there we go. So maybe people can see it. Can people see it? Oh, they can see it. Nice. That's what it looks like for Selexia. Is it still looking like
There's that variant. Yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
There's that variant ban. It's like we don't even need to speculate. It's just
2 for 2.
They did it already.
They ain't lying. They ain't lying during those interviews.
If I'm being completely honest, I'm not familiar with these teams other than Randy Newman and their cheesy stuff that they've done, at least in Storm League when I've played against them. So Waiting on Cherry, I have no idea.
All right, so first pick Falstad. I think that's a pretty good pickup. A lot of utility, especially on a large map like this. You get the global. Randy Newman with their first 2 picks, they pick up Mal'Ganis and Stukov. I think those are both very strong heroes as well. And have good synergy. They have really good synergy together, Slexia.
They synergize.
You got all these stuns and CC with a silence from Stukov and some shoving. Tell me more about that.
No, they're just like telling you, don't even talk for a second. We're gonna bring Anna in and make this a real snooze fest for y'all. You just watch out now.
Just watch out now. Watch your back.
Just hold on to your britches, cause you're gonna be sleeping all damn game. I'll tell you what.
Anduin and ETC picked up by Waiting on Cherry, picking up some CC of their own.
Perfect.
Sonya Band coming out from Randy Newman. Night Night is in chat. Is it the real one? Of course it is. Welcome, Night Night.
I don't know.
Vivanchi says they didn't ban Cho and Gall. They are throwing. Maybe we'll see a Cho Gall game. Maybe we'll see.
I have seen that from them. If we see a Cho'Gall Hanzo, then their comp is complete. Usually,
Cho'Gall
I think
Hanzo.
they put like a blaze with it. But I think I recall seeing a Hanzo and Cho'Gall.
Sometimes you just got a 420 Blaze Cho'Gall. Ooh, spicy. Speaking of blazing it, there's KT and Mouthiel coming out from the Randy Newman.
I really have wanted a salad for a couple days, and having this team play tonight does not help that. You know what I mean?
You've wanted a salad? Oh, right, because Newman's pwn.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Mark Zombie. Thank you for the 69 bits. Boy!
Saying, I'm rooting for Waiting on Cherry.
Yep.
I'm rooting for you, Mark Zombie.
That's
Always.
right. And a lot of people are rooting for burritos. Li Ming and Thrall picked up. I should not have included that in the survey. I knew it was going to happen. Deathwing Ariel still up for grabs, says Hung Fu. Yes, it's true. They are.
Instead, we get a cheeky Samuro pick there.
Nasty.
Deathwing is weak at the moment. Deathwing's not really weak at the moment. Unless you're saying he's a weak ATM when trying to withdraw money, I would guess that is accurate.
It is hard to pull bills out of Deathwing. You have to pull off
Right.
a lot of magic to have that occur, for certain. All right, here is
All right,
our
well-
draft. Which draft did you like better?
Well, because I wasn't paying attention, I'm just gonna say waiting on Cherry.
All right, very good. I think yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Looking forward to it, though. And I think we're going to have an exciting match between these two teams. Do you want to read Randy Newman, or shall I? I know that's a big...
I'll read waiting on Cherry. I've
Okay.
already paid my dues reading off Randy Newman. I think
All
we
right.
casted them in a replay.
Very good. Make me do the Randy Newman work, and
Yeah,
I
have
apologize
fun.
as I stutter over all of that. Let's get into game number 1.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
All right, well, here we go. Game number 1. On the right-hand side, we have Waiting on Cherry, where we have Chameleon TDK playing that Falstad. We have D
You
Cherry.
son of a biscuit.
D Cherrywood is going to be playing ETC.
I was supposed
We
to
have-
introduce them.
I know.
You monster.
Mr. Potato Head. I'll do it next time. Mr. Potato Head on Leaving. We have Dax up there in the top lane playing that Thrall. I have missed Anduin on Death Punisher. And did I get Falstad already? Yeah, I think I did. Okay. This is Waiting on Cherry. What do we got over here on the left-hand side, Slexia?
Sorry, I'm still hearing the over and over. We've got Randy Newman playing 5 different heroes this game. Just kidding. We have Mal'Ganis played by Randy Newman. Nandy Ruman playing Kael'thas. Randy Newman playing Stukov. Randall Newman on Malthael. And Randy Nudeman on Samuro. This is Randy Newman.
Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Whew! I totally forgot that I asked you which team you wanted, and then I just stole it anyways.
Yeah.
Like the
almost left.
jerk that I am. Well, you might leave... Oh, here we go. Slight gank attempt here down on to Chameleon, but didn't quite able to put that bird down. He's a saucy little boy, but camps are going to be started right away for Waiting on Cherry as they grab this siege camp here. Trying to get a little extra pressure. Under pressure. And we're going to see a similar response
Ding,
from
ding,
Rin.
ding, bida, ding, ding. Yeah, they're on it. Sorry, now I'm just gonna have it stuck in my...
Oh my goodness, people are redeeming the goat screams and the wacky wavy boys. We'll get to those, but we can't do it during the match. Invade here by Samuro is gets them pushed off, but there comes the reinforcements and just not able to steal the camp and might be in trouble here as Randy Nudeman is really deep. And that is going to be the first kill of the game.
I will look for you,
Going over to Waiting on Cherry
I
as
will
they bring
find you.
down Samuro.
and I will kill
That
you.
was a ballsy play. I mean, I get it. Samuro is all about stealing stuff. He's all about cheese, but we're very early here. Like, he's basically given away his strat. Now they're going to be on high alert the whole time.
Yeah, I think for most people that would have worked quite well because you maybe send 1, maybe 2 people to go take that camp, and Randy Newman was winning that fight, but then the backup was so close. They came in, got the reinforcements, got the camp, and then at that point, it's really hard to evade 4 people to get on out of there. XP, though, is about the same so far, as the first tribute is spawning in 22 seconds down in the bottom lane. Samuro working on that bruiser camp. Slapping away with Stukov in his fat hand. His big old gnarly arm.
Nasty hand.
Isn't that... Slap this camp with my strong hand!
Ugh, take my strong tentacle.
Yes, I did have to remove the redemption of shots At least for the first game. We'll see. Maybe for all of the games. I'll turn that back on, though. Don't worry yourself, Eric. It'll come back. All right, so the first is claimed here by Randy Newman as they pick that on up and continue to push. They do have a significant lead, though, now in XP. Almost a full level, at least half a level here, as they are pushing in mid.
Yeah, they definitely, getting that bruiser camp helped that out. ETC rotating top and then back down was something they did too. I don't know what value it brought, but what that means is their bruiser's on cooldown, and it's up to Waiting on Cherry to decide when they want to get theirs, which it appears that might be right now, which is closer to the actual tribute. It might get more value.
Yes. Yep. Better pick it up while you can, especially before that objective. But that objective is ticking down. It's getting there. You better hurry up and get that camp and get to the tribute. Otherwise, they'll be giving up another one. But that's the thing. That's the thing with Samuro, right? Like, sometimes you have to travel all over the map because you don't know where he is. And by the time you get to where he is on this huge map, he's already gone. I guess they might be able to use Falstad to do some quick travel there.
Well, looks like Falstad is looking to fly, perhaps. Unless he's manually... Yeah, he's not using his ability. He's maybe being told in comms, just give it, because it did in fact go over to Randy Newman. So here we see the Bruiser Camp 4 Waiting on Cherry pushing mid with a solid defense and a 3v4. Dax heading back bottom lane on that Thrall, perhaps. Or maybe to Siege, can't really tell. He's moving all over the place. It's hard to predict, but Randy Newman on the Mal'Ganis goes in for the sleep. Mr. Potato Head is silenced and thrown up with that gravity lapse. Barely making it out.
Almost had a lapse in judgment with how far forward they were. No, really, that Mal'Ganis, like, you can think you're safe, and they'll come in and stun you, and then put you to sleep, and you're like, I've been CC'd for about 12 hours. Is this game still even happening?
Right.
So you gotta be careful.
Like, I can't play my character. Just
yeah.
end me now.
Control Alt Delete. Maybe the AI can dodge some of these attacks. Cause damn, girl.
Absolutely. Well, we see that Waiting on Cherry is taking a strong positioning around this tribute because it would be cursed for Randy Newman, and Randy Newman is like, we're just going to get boss instead of worry about that because we already know that they're there. So both teams are making that boss call right now, and they both have a siege pushing. We're about even in experience. So how each team plays this out is going to really show who's going to take the, you know, strong... What's the term I'm looking for? Because when I cast with you, I never know how to talk.
I don't know words. The advantage? Who's going to have the upper hand?
The advantage.
Number...
Well, there's the ultimate advantage, literally. Selected. What was that noise? Yeah! For Randy Newman.
What are we looking at? What did they pick up?
I wasn't going to go over it. It's kind of like, meh.
All right. Very good.
But the other team, Waiting on Cherry, has their ults now too. And this is still a cursed tribute point for Randy Newman. So we got to see Red Team show some defense here. Give it on over, you know?
It looks like Randy Newman's in a strong spot to pick this up and get the first curse. It's going to be
that's gonna happen.
Almost a fort, but the curse goes over to Randy Newman. That boss play allowing them to push and then also get the last tribute. A little bit faster boss clear. And here we go. Here's the push in by Randy Newman. Getting a big silence down there onto ETC. Nice. Very, very nice.
I don't know if it's going to save their lives, but it was
Sorry
excellent.
about that. Holy World Salvation did come out and it did save ETC, but Anduin could not be saved. Still have 37 seconds left of this curse as the mid fort goes down. Randy Newman is also pushing top with Malthuel as they continue to push in mid with their 4-man. Randy Newman slicing everything with his sword. Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, indeed. This is a keep being assaulted at this point, just bypassing the tower, the final one. Randy Newman on that Mal'Ganis is like, help me with this freaking keep.
Randy Newman is a little bit back behind enemy lines, is going to be just fine, though. And there's the curse. Complete, leaving Waiting on Cherry without any forts left. Oh.
Yeah, they got a lot of value there, and ooh.
65 HP as he's on the run.
Juking him out. Oh, Chameleon decided no thank you. Why did he send out his clones to debate? He's a troll. Randy Newman, I see you. But anyway, Bruiser was picked up for the side of Randy Newman. If I swear to God, saying Randy Newman over and over is driving me absolutely insane.
Is it driving you, Randy Newman?
It's driving me batty.
Just like Melganis. That's the closest imitation I can do.
Your sound effects tonight are just a little off. They're like the off-brand sound effects.
Exactly. They're like the Kirkland signature, but Kirkland's actually much better as an off-brand. Yeah. Yeah, it's like Safeway Select sound effects.
Yeah. Just almost what I'm looking to hear. Big orbs coming out, smack in the face and neck and buttocks of Randy Newman and friends, also named Randy Newman. But finally, Waiting on Cherry gets level 13 as well. They really need to get out of their base to win this game. I'm just gonna say it.
There's
you
only
just
been
gotta leave your base.
There's only been 3 kills this game so far. There's not been a lot of team fighting. It's been a lot of split pushing, and it seems to be working so far for Randy Newman. 20 now of Mana Addict selected for KT will be able to pop that Big Daddy shield.
Ooh. Speaking of Big Daddy, here comes Dax onto this watchtower with Darth Cherrywood, reclaiming that as their own. And they're going in. Level 16's not available yet for the side of Randy Newman, so they have to contest this. They actually need to step out of base, and here they are, stepping out. Come on, Doctor. What you gonna do?
We do have Gust. We don't have Mosh, though.
Huge gravity lapse, though, and that ultimate from Anduin was excellent. But they are just spreading bombs like it's 4th of July. I don't know. Something clever.
Ooh, they do get the pick there.
Stage Dive is coming out. Flailing Swipe knocks him back, and Chameleon's on this backline just poking down the mouthfeel. He does die. This is going to be a time for Randy Newman to back the F up.
Well played there, and there is the double kill made by Waiting on Cherry as they get that tribute. They get a couple kills, get some XP. Now they're only down about, less than half of a level. That's what they needed. Let's see if what they do now. Let's see if they go for boss. Their boss, enemy boss invade. It looks like they're headed
for the boss of Randy Newman. They're heading there now. It might be a little late, but maybe Randy Newman has the same idea and is looking to rotate.
They
to the
do
boss.
have vision of 2 up top, so they think this is probably a safe call to go. Gust is going to be up in 1 second, so they have some boss control there. But here is Randy Newman, and he scouts it out. And here comes the rest of the team, but are they too late?
Well, let's see. Darth slides in onto Randy Newman, and that Gust comes out, but the point is still contested. Samuro using his ultimate is doing quite a bit of damage, and the silence comes out from Stukov, but Anduin, ETC Thrall all go down, and it was all for naught. Darth Cherrywood does not manage to get this boss. And, poor Falstad.
There it is. Quad kill going over to Randy Newman as they get the boss. They get the quad kill.
They were just a little late in deciding to do that. Had they been looking at the timer on that camp during that last channel, they could have just gone there immediately. There was still at least 15 seconds on one of the death timers. But alas, here we are. Bottom keep being assaulted by this boss and the entire blue team. They do have level 16s, and they maybe are looking to chunk down this core quite a bit. The boss is still pretty healthy. Falstad's not up for another 2 seconds. But Waiting on Cherry will have 16s very shortly, and here comes Earthquake. Dax having to run out, and Anduin's using his ult again. Randy Newman using his Carrion Swarm ability, but Falstad was rooted by the boss, and Dax is just taking so much damage. He about died, but the core died instead, somehow. That all happened.
And that's game number 1 going over to Randy Newman. Oof. All right. Let me update my scoreboard real quick. All right. There we have it.
Those are the games that don't feel good to lose. Like, I don't like losing anyway, but games where you just have like a cheeky comp like that, in which I think I get it that, Randy Newman's kind of known for that. It just feels like, I'm going to use my cuss word. No, wait, I'll wait it. I'll wait for it. I'll wait. I won't use it. Just feels like crap.
Yeah. Yep. That's the way it can feel. That's how it feels sometimes. For sure. For map number 1. The thing that I noticed that was kind of interesting is I feel like even though the globals were held by Waiting on Cherry with ETC having the stage dive, and you have the global with Falstad, I feel like the global presence of Samuro was a lot stronger. Since this is such a large map, it's really hard to respond when with the split push. So
it was stronger, but also, like I said, kind of in the beginning when that first curse was picked up by Randy Newman, like Waiting on Cherry has to actually leave their base to win this game. And when they decided to make that aggressive call, it was just a little bit too late. And that's what.
But they did come out of their base, and they did fight that one fight they needed to fight down levels, but before talent tier advantage, and they did win it. So they did try, and it almost pulled off that boss. It could have gone either way. So, but I thought they were Weenus, make up your mind. So, anyways, game number 1 going over to Randy Newman. We will check in with the teams for game number 2. And see where that takes us. Yeah. Let's take a look.
Until then, what are we doing?
All right. So here's the map situation. I am going to put up. Well, actually, I don't think I can put up another poll while this screen is up. Whoa! Maybe we'll go to us for a second. Why don't you check? Why don't you check in with chat? Oh, we have some stuff to redeem in chat, don't we? Okay.
What?
We have things to redeem for channel points. Can you check? In with Waiting on Cherry and see what they want to do for game number 2, and I'll pump out some of these rewards. Yes?
You're asking me to work?
I am.
You're asking me to work?
You gotta do it. You got it. Well, you don't have to, but I'd appreciate it.
Sure.
Love it.
Sure. Let me just blow the dust off of my hands. Hold on a second.
All right, so we did get a wacky wavy boy, so let's play it. So wacky, so wavy. My goodness. You pretend like you don't like that song, but you really do love it.
I love that song, but like there's a delay on everything I see.
It's true.
All right, update
You're just gonna have to believe it. And a goat. Cover your ears. Watch out. It might be loud. Oh, yes. Let's put him right there. See how long he'll last. Oh, there he goes. I think we had a chicken honker in there.
That was louder than the goat scream.
That was much louder. Oh, there's your swear. You made it. I'm just kidding.
No. I swear it was louder than the goat.
All right, let's put up another Twitch poll. Let's see.
Turd Herder in chat. What's up, Turd? Thanks for the 5-minute face check.
Yes, thank you very much, Turd Herder.
25-minute face check.
It was 12 minutes long. Here's the new poll, which is very important. Bacon or sausage? 1 for bacon, 2 for sausage in chat. Enter that now.
Just remember, sausage is made of lips and assholes.
Ooh, my goodness. All right. Oh, looks like we're getting invited to the game. Boop. Excellent. Ooh. All right, I can update our map. We are going to Towers of Doom. Very good.
Very good. Very good. So how is everyone doing tonight? You guys are here for this. We're here for you to a certain extent. How are you doing? What are you hoping to see here? Bacon or sausage?
It's partially because I made 3 pounds of bacon last night and 5 sausages, like big sausages. Yeah, at 2 a.m. I made a ton of bacon, and I burned like the first pound, and the second
Why,
pound was
though?
like a little bit better. Well, because it came in a huge pack, and I didn't want to like open the pack a little bit and then take a few strips out of bacon and then like have everything else
Oh
go bad.
no.
So I'm like, I'm making 3 pounds right now. Let's go.
Why
3
didn't you
pounds
just
of bacon.
like freeze the rest?
Because I have another 3 pounds of bacon in. I had 6 pounds of bacon, and so that other 3 pounds of bacon needs to be frozen. And I cooked 3 pounds of bacon just because it was fresh and ready to go.
Ooh, butt spot. Celebrating National Pirates Day, waiting for our butt. Just kidding. I'm trying to make Weenus jokes. It's Weenus's channel. Everyone forgive me. I'm not usually like this.
No excuses. All right, this was picked by Waiting on Sherry. This Towers of Doom game. Looks like we have everybody in. Okay. Are you ready, Slexia?
I'm ready. Let's get this going.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. Someone just Someone just
I
hopped
already
into the
told them I
observers.
was casting.
All right, I will tell them we are ready to go when they are. And in the meantime, these are your teams. We'll see you in game number 2 in just a second. Now, the bumper ended. Shh.
Cool, the bumper's over. We are
don't-
in the draft for Towers of Doom.
Don't tell
Expecting
anybody.
a Chromie and Varian ban here. There's the Chromie.
Surprise, surprise.
So, Weenus,
Yes.
something clever. I was going to ask you something clever, but I couldn't really come up with anything. It's a bit early. Usually I come online about 8 on a Friday. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's normally when you get the brain starting to
Tier
flow.
69.
Yeah, it happens. Not tonight, but here we are with these wonderful teams instead. Alarak Band coming out once again. Let's take a look. How's that poll looking? Bacon, commanding lead so far with 8 votes, 6 votes. Old man can't see from all the way over here at 100%.
Yeah.
Where's
I
the
think
sausage
I really
fans?
helped sway that result with my statement on sausage. Oftentimes, intestines will be used for the casing of sausages, and that's, again, disgusting. Anyway, there's
Rackham
that
says,
variant.
Rackham says only quitters make half the pack of bacon. I don't know, but I made it all, and it was good too because I like kind of burned like the first third, but it was still really tasty. There's the Respect Mal'Ganis band coming out from Waiting on Cherry.
Nice, and there's a Stukov being picked up again.
Oh boy, he just has his fat hand in all the pies of all the comps for Randy Newman.
Fat tentacles.
Don't make me play it. Okay, I'll play it.
I like the tentacles, Weenus.
I couldn't help myself.
It's okay. I've talked about tentacles twice tonight. There's a Li Ming again, and the ETC. It must be their favorites. I don't know what else to say about.
Towers of Doom is a smaller map, but I could see how a global would be helpful here. I wonder if we might see a Mosh. I don't know.
I mean, he took stage dive last time for that global presence, so depending on how many interrupts we see from Randy Newman, he may or may not go Mosh. There's Malthiel, excellent here for soaking top and mid. Johanna, just a strong tank in general.
Very
Condemn
good.
is really just oppressive sometimes.
Oh, we do have a vote coming in for Sausage. That is Turd Herder and his sausage love.
He loves sausage. He
I mean,
loves
I
a
do
thick
too.
Sausage.
I love sausage. I love bacon. I got. The only thing is, like, you start getting the meat sweats if you eat 3 pounds of bacon or sausage.
Meat sweats, disgusting.
The meat sweats.
I went to a Brazilian steakhouse and I didn't get the meat sweats because the salad bar was more intriguing to me, and I just don't know how to consume that much meat. No pun intended. But I feel like when men are at a Brazilian steakhouse, they just gobble the meat up. They could bring you like actual feces on those skewers, and you'd be like, shave it off on my plate with the sweat mustache and everything. Like, give me more.
Right.
Like, out of breath, just meat sweats. No self-control at a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah. Yep. I like getting Brazilian steakhouse meals. Glad that went somewhere instead of just me liking Brazilians. Greymane
Like to get a
and
Brazilian?
sometimes Greymane
Can I watch?
could probably use
Okay.
one. Also picked up Anduin here for waiting on Cherry. Last two picks we have Johanna, which was picked before, Samuro, and KT. Once again, rounding out the roster of selected comp for Randy Newman. What are we gonna see here for the last pick for waiting on Cherry? Some kind of super DPS.
An off lane. We're gonna see an off laner.
So no Greymane is off lane. No way, Greymane.
I don't think Greymane. I think Greymane's in the 4-man bot. Maybe rotating mid for a gank. Maybe like a Leoric or something. It's a Sonya instead.
Ding, 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 ding.
So-
Good call, good call.
Ding ding. I want to say this though on stream. We get it, Randy Newman. You play Samuro. Doesn't mean you have to play him on every map.
But
We
why
get it.
not? Why not? All right, we are going to conclude this poll. Thank you for voting. Bacon, 77.8%. Finish the sausage. All right, very good. Whew.
Whew, meat sweats. Ah.
Ooh, I'm feeling it.
All right. Well, which draft do you like better, Venus?
I like when my game doesn't glitch out. Okay, now that we're back, I think I prefer I think the CC is stronger on Randy Newman, but which can be really dangerous in these tight quarters. I think I like Randy Newman a little bit better. All right, go ahead. Read some Cherry. Oh, read some waiting on Cherry for us, if you would.
Hold on, I'm gonna just listen to these cocks for a little bit. All right, here we go. On the red side, playing for waiting on Cherry, we have Dr. Cherrywood on ETC, or is it D Cherrywood for Darth Cherrywood? And I've been saying it wrong.
Yeah, I did the
Yeah,
same
I
thing.
think that's what it is. I'll correct myself. Cool. Dax on Sonya. Anduin played by Darth Punisher, maybe? Or DTH Punisher. Chameleon TDK on Greymane. And Mr. Potato Head playing Li Ming.
Well, now it's going to be much harder to read these bands' names now that we've waited so they're out in the wild. But we have Randy Newman playing Johanna. We have Nandy Ruman playing on the KT. We have Randy Newman playing on that Stukov. Up in the top lane, we got Randall Newman on the Malthuel. And in the bottom, we have Randy Newman, once again, on the Samuro. Whew.
Great job.
Oh, I'm about to have an embolism.
Not a joking matter.
No, absolutely not. So if I do have one, then it will justify my joke. So we are seeing the 4-man rotation here from waiting on Cherry as they swing down into the bottom lane, clear that up. The bottom camp, so important on this map. You know the teams are going to be going for them.
Yeah, I mean, you really just need to prioritize those, or else you're liable to have your stolen. You can even have it stolen while you're trying to capture it in the beginning if you're a little bit late, and that always feels very bad, as we see Randy Newman trying to make their way over here before waiting on Cherry can get theirs. And now they have the dominant lead here. Mr. Potato Head on that Laming was slowed, and yeah, their sappers are a little chunked before even leaving their home.
There you have it. Prog Rock being picked up by ETC, going to be stacking some globes there. Same thing with KT for Mana Addict. Do have Hold Your Ground for that extra iron skin from Johanna. Looks like we're going... Okay, getting a little force armor there for Li Ming. And this is just going to turn into, I believe, a double soak game for Malthuel and Sonya as they ping-pong between the top lane and mid lane, trying to grab all that soak. And it's going to be a 4-man contest down here. Let's see which 4-man ends up being stronger.
That's honestly my favorite way to play this map. I feel like it's the only way to play this map. But what this allows, depending on who clears the lane fastest mid, is a rotation, or the fastest bot allows a rotation to mid and possibly for a gank. But Randy Newman's doing a great job at zoning, waiting on Cherry out here, and those living bombs are just being terror makers or whatever.
Trauma maker. Team
They're just-
fight destroyer. Oh, I love that. I just think about it every
Trauma makers are just everywhere.
because you're be dead. I just love listening to that clip. It's so funny. And every time I play KT, I'm saying it the whole game, and people are like, "What's wrong with you?"
You're be dead.
You're be dead. All right, it's got Sonya and Malthael capping those top points. The bottom point's gonna get capped by Stukov as no one's there to interrupt him. There we go. There's 8 shots.
I don't know how that happened, honestly.
Well, I got confused.
That's what happens when you put team fights over logic and reasoning on a map like this, which is okay, but like, you know how I get on maps? I'm always like, stop team fighting and play the map. Stop it. Get out of that team fight and just get the sapper camp. Like, I don't know. I feel like that was a missed opportunity for the side of waiting on Cherry, but this is the ultimate comeback map. And we are in the very beginning, so it doesn't say much. I just want to see them maybe focus more on the objectives.
Ektar sharing his dislike of Samuro in chat. Yep. So there's plenty of people out there that do not want to play against him, and there are plenty of teams that pick him up because he can be played very effectively. And here we go, back to the camp grind in the bottom. 4-shot advantage doesn't mean much in the early game, so we are here.
But what means a lot is picking up those sappers earlier and looking, at invading the other team trying to get theirs, and that's exactly what Randy Newman is doing here. And now they've almost effectively captured both sapper camps. Darth Cherrywood not wanting to make that happen, coming onto the point. Bombs are being terror makers here, and he slides out and dies, but Samuro also dies. That is 2 sapper camps for the side of Randy Newman. I'm just hating to say it every time.
Randy Newman does get the 1-for-1, and they also get the camp. So that's a good trade for them as they are up about half a level. As the altar is spawning right here, and Stukov's going to get his huge, grotesque hand all over this spire. Look at him go. He's he doesn't use the gross hand. My bad. He uses his good hand for that.
It's probably really a challenge to pick it up, like just the weight of it. It's an exertion that he saves for shoving people back or using flailing swipe. There's some big orbs coming out onto Randy Newman's team, and Dax gets thrown up in a gravity lapse with living bomb that he does pass to ETC while being life gripped by Anduin, but dies anyway. And Malthael's harassing this Greymane in Worgen form, zoning him out, and Samuro will actually be the one to cap this next altar.
Double kill going out to Randy Newman as they continue to push in the bottom lane. Well played there. Getting close to 10s. Almost there, Randy Newman. Now about maybe a level and a quarter behind. Waiting on Cherry. They will have to wait until they get their heroic abilities. Need to soak a little bit more.
They do need to soak a bit more. They also need to be more aware of these camp timers. Be more aware of what the other team is trying to do, which is win the game by holding bot, which is a very effective strategy here. And they're finally aware, but it just seems like they're a little late on noticing these things, or a little late in preparing for them. And, Dax is doing his best in soaking. He does have the most for his team, obviously, but Malthael is very oppressive to Sonya top lane right now, and Dax is having to play safe.
Yeah, I think I think both these teams are starting the camps almost at the same time. I think the camp clear is just a little bit stronger on Randy Newman. They're able to clear this a lot faster with KT just blowing up that camp.
The issue is that
here we go. Here's a team fight.
Randy
they're coming
Newman
in. They're coming in for the
first.
They're
coming in, but again, it's just a little bit too late. Although Darth Cherrywood does step onto the point of flailing swipe as well as gravity lapse, keeps him from being able to capture it. Anduin dies in this engage, and at this point, ETC is trying to make it out. I hear Pyro. I hear it. It's chasing. It's coming after him. Press your E. He lives.
Ooh, does
He
survive,
lives.
but there is still a chase here happening from Johanna as we do have this altar spawning. Malthael is top, so this could possibly be an engage here for Waiting on Cherry if they get everybody down there. Get an interrupt there from Li Ming. They're just waiting on Sonya and Greymane to come in, and it's Samuro.
Interrupt,
who's
but
on
there
the camp.
are 3 sappers pushing in, and then there will be 3 more if this camp is acquired by Randy Newman, which would be shots onto the core.
There are the
and Waiting on Cherry gets the sapper camp, is what I'm trying to say.
Excellent. They do save the sapper camp, but they do lose the point bottom, and there's another 4 shots going into the core of Waiting on Cherry. So maybe they're going to try to push these little pumpkin boys in a little bit, but there's a lot of pressure coming in mid here from Randy Newman. All right, so let's take a look at some of these heroic abilities that we have here. We have Blessed Shield on Johanna. We have the Flailing Swipe from Stukov, Pyroblast as we saw, Illusion Master, Last Rites coming out. We're going to see that make its debut soon, if not already. Getting pushed back a little bit here. Randy Newman is pushing in and Waiting on Cherry. There it is. There's the Last Rites. Doesn't quite take out Greymane.
Slide by ETC. Follow up.
And there we go.
Excellent
There's
kill.
Salvation healing people up. We do have the Cursed Bullet, Wave of Force, Leap, and Mosh Pit. Maybe we'll see some Leap Mosh combos that are off the chain. But I think Waiting on Cherry are holding their own. This is the comeback map. I think they just need to have some huge plays at opportune times.
Yeah. They definitely do need to get 13 and just maintain, the same talent tier as the other team. They're not too far behind at this point. Being picked off wouldn't be a good thing right here, especially considering both forts are kind of chunked down a bit. Towers and walls are gone, etc. So Greymane using Cursed Bullet is in the bush over here, and ETC comes in, but the Condemn, as well as the Gravity Lapse, just CCs him for days with Blessed Shield coming out, and Pyro is targeting Anduin, and he is alive with 25 health, but Last Rites take his life while Sonya tries to save it. Dax looking low, spinning to win. Will he make it out? He taps and does live, but Darth Cherrywood is taking so much damage. Samuro dies, but I don't know if you noticed this. Those altars were channeled, and I didn't see who got it.
Yeah, both of the altars were channeled by Randy Newman, so they got all the points. They got 1 kill. There was a counter kill onto Samuro, but really that's an all-out win here for Randy Newman, and they are once again on their siege camp. They are starting it before Waiting on Cherry has a chance to address theirs, and I would expect an invade.
Well, Waiting on Cherry is on theirs as well.
Nope.
I don't think they're looking to invade, but maybe gank Sonya mid as Johanna does rotate up using Condemn. Maybe just scaring her off a little with the Terror Maker put right onto her backside.
KT is really is terrifying this match so far. There's just flames everywhere. It's really hard in these tight spaces when you're on the altars and you're trying to pick up these camps and you're trying to control those points. My goodness. Yeah. Watch out for that Trauma Maker team fight destroyer.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, this is a bottom tussle. Top lane tussle as well, just not as exciting.
Oh,
Waiting
ETC
Cherry
goes
uses
on
a
in.
slide to go in onto Johanna, and she does use her shield, but Greymane jumps on, and Li Ming's able to follow up and get the kill. Orb's coming out, but Anduin's ultimate saves his life.
Great salvation. Here comes the Mosh. Does get 2. Down goes KT. We're going to see that Stukov just gets eliminated as well. Sam's going to run, probably get away. Here's the channel, though. Malthael's already on it. Going to get that one. I think we're going to get some extra points here for Waiting on Cherry as they get the bottom, and now they're going to start channeling the top. So that was a good team fight for them, but they are pretty low when it comes to core health right now. 12-32. My goodness.
Yeah.
Apocalypse
They're making
Shovel, I see you in chat, buddy. I'll redeem that wacky boy when we're between games. Thank you very much.
And so Waiting on Cherry is deciding to take boss. Usually you don't make that call unless you're at a deficit like this. They definitely have the liberty to do so at this time. Sapper camps are going to be up in about 40 seconds for both teams. And so Samuro just heads down bot while, I don't know, they just wait to be assaulted, as Waiting on Cherry is down here as well. Greymane going a little ham on Samuro, but he does swap.
Yeah, Samuro really good at just poking, getting in people's faces, and then running off into the night, swapping with one of his ghosty boys. Ooh, a lot of damage coming out from KT there. But even talent tier. Here comes a slide here onto Malthael, and that will be enough to blow Malthael up. Here comes Salvation.
It was enough.
And this
He
fight
came
is
running in like I don't know, a bull with a heart on, basically. Like, he face checked the entire team and went down, was punished for it, and you love to see stuff like that. But unfortunately, 3 members of Randy Newman do die, or excuse me, of Waiting on Cherry do die, and this is going to allow Randy Newman to take this fort and finally capture that at the same time that the sappers spawn.
triple kill going out over here for Randy Newman. And a siege camp as soon as they want to pick that up, which is interesting because the altars are starting in 13 seconds, but I don't know if Waiting on Cherry is going to be able to even take their own.
I
We'll
wouldn't
see.
try it if I were Dax.
The time is now, heroes.
Here we go. Get some zoning here by Johanna and by Samuro. They're going to keep waiting on Cherry away from it. They are just going to try to take back. That's going to be a lot of shots, though. That's 5 and 5. They're going to have, what, two health left? All right. So they're going to try to take back their...
Bot.
Yeah, they're going to take bottom here, but one wave of those sappers will end the game, or boss will end the game, which is up in 3 minutes, so have some time there. It's getting a little spoopy here, and there's a big push from Randy Newman in the mid.
Definitely a little spoopy. They are going to be able to secure this middle fort, and I don't know.
There is top fort taken as well. Bottom fort is the only one held here by Waiting on Cherry, which means they have to quickly probably take something back, or, you know, at least get all of the next altars for a significant amount of the game.
I mean, realistically, Randy Newman is very close to 20. Taking these structures is helping them get that. And it's just a lot of cleanup for Waiting on Cherry.
Yep,
it looks like
the merry-go-round has begun of going from tower to tower, and it's a little bit snowbally at this point. 20s have arrived for Randy Newman, so this is going to be a tough fight for Waiting on Cherry. Let's see what they can do.
there is just this one altar that will be spawning. Waiting on Cherry needs to play it safe. They cannot afford to have any picks here, but there is a lot of damage coming out onto Greymane. Anduin using his ult and his trait to save his life. Does work, but unfortunately Dax goes down with last strikes put onto him after taking so much damage. ETC dies as well, and this is most likely GG.
Samuro is starting the channel. They are, yeah, he's got 300 HP, but I don't think that Waiting on Cherry is going to be able to get in there. And there is the channel, and that is going to be GG's for game number 2. Going over to Randy Newman. GG's.
So, if we've learned anything, it's maybe ban Samuro if you can't deal with them.
Samuro
Also, maybe
and
don't pick
KT?
Sonya into Malthael.
Ooh, KT and Samuro, man, they have been making some plays. My goodness. 43k damage from KT. Spreading out all those bombs. Li Ming, though, putting up some pretty good stats. 31k hero damage. Sonya actually getting more siege damage in. And then Malthael, but Malthael with a significant more XP soak there.
Yeah, it's really a challenge for Sonya into Malthael. I think it takes a little bit of time for Sonya to be able to get her footing, but Waiting on Cherry was already at a disadvantage. And what were the kills? I'm out of it. out of the
11
lobby.
kills to 7. So once again, kind of, there were some team fights for sure, and there were a number of kills, but not as many as a straight like team fight comp versus team fight comp. There was a lot of split pushing happening and kind of merry-go-round, sneak around, try to take the forts where your opponents aren't at. And that seems to be working so far for Randy Newman.
Yeah, I think that Waiting on Cherry needed to play the map a little bit more efficiently. They did have their sappers stolen from them a few times. They were not able to secure and hold bottom lane like they should have, and it just spiraled out of control in a couple of team fights. Those kills that they secured were never impactful enough to push them forward enough to win. So let me whisper them to see where we're going while you redeem or get some of those redemptions out. How about that?
That sounds wonderful. We are probably going to, the teams are going to take a 5-minute break, go to the bathroom. Can't say what that was going to be. Maybe get a snack. That's something I can say.
Oh, you already have the map? I didn't have to whisper anyone? I didn't have to do work?
No, you do have to do all the work, but they're just going to take a little bit of a break. So I'm sure some of the members will be online for that. But yeah, we do have some stuff to redeem.
A break?
Sometimes you gotta pee. If you have to pee, like, go and do it. All right.
I already just peed my pants. Like, let's get
You
this
put on the
over
diaper
with.
like I asked, right? Like, that's
right.
definitely...
It's a best of 5. If it were a best of 3, we'd still be going.
It's true. It's true. We'd be going in both ways. All right, here is the Wacky Wavy Boy for Apocalypse. You deserve it, buddy. Here we go. Love to see it.
You do.
So
Honestly, I do.
Yes. I love to hear it. I love to see it. It is a best of 5. Yeah, no, it's definitely a best of 5. This is the Coastal Finals. So we will be doing a best of 5. We do have a new poll up about pineapples. Pineapple is 1 amazing, 2 gross, 3 from the devil. Enter 1, 2, or 3 into chat and fill out this poll. You know how I feel about polls? Like the North Pole and trivia polls? Okay.
Everyone just awkwardly stare at the stream so Venus feels the piercing gaze from all of us.
There was a soundboard redemption, but it wasn't clarified which one it was, so maybe we'll just play something...
I have a feeling that I'm going to need to request some things.
You have some requests?
I have to redeem some things. These are for Turd and Mark Zombie.
Ooh.
I've redeemed 2 Wacky Wavy Boy.
Oh, be more wavy than that. Be more wacky. There we go. Perfect. All right, so that's 1. I guess we need another one.
Yeah.
And we'll play... Oh, I'm an adult. That's right.
We need a frickin' honker piggy lover coming in with a redemption.
How about a frickin' honker? Ooh! Very good. Oh my goodness. Did those teams come back by any chance with
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Too much distraction.
I'm living in this.
Sometimes you just gotta live in the moment, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Whew. So I'm hoping that we go to all 5 games, because I want to see more of these teams fight. But the next game must be won by Waiting on Cherry if they want to stay alive in this contest. Let's see. I wonder if they're gonna mix up their bands a little bit. The remaining maps: Alterac, Dragonshire, Shrines, and Sky Temple. I wonder where we're gonna be headed next. We shall see. And yes, the map tool. Let me switch back to that.
Dragonfire.
The map tool is only set up for a best of 3, so that's why it is probably confusing. So if we go to 4 and 5 games, we're just gonna have to use our imagination a little bit, because
I thought it works for a best of 5 also.
No, believe that was lost to the annals of time. because my
Oh,
computer hard drive
no.
died. Yeah. So I do need to make another
Oh.
one of these that's a little bit more adaptive. But for now, this is what we have. And there you go. Let me check in. What is our poll at right now? So we do have a number of people responding, and most people think it's amazing. It's been up for 5 minutes.
I mean, pineapple is delicious. It wasn't, a debate on the whole pizza thing. It's just in general.
Oh yeah,
Who
it's just
doesn't
pineapple
like
and
pineapple?
pineapple in
Yeah.
general. I think
Think
it's
about like a Dole
delicious.
Whip or something. Oh my god. Just a pineapple spear. Sign me up.
Sign me up today. I'm in for pineapple all the time. But don't put fresh pineapple on a ham because you will ruin the ham. Don't do it. It'll turn it into like pate. And so like it looks fine,
so
and then you put it in your mouth, and then
Like
it has the
acid from it, or what?
yeah, it's the enzymes from fresh pineapple, and it makes it taste like
Stop.
the texture is like toothpaste.
Stop it now.
It's nar. Not okay. We ruined two hams for Easter. Made 2 big old hams, and everyone's like, "Ooh, this is really gross." And we're like, "What?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, this is really gross." So I went out and bought like 10 pizzas instead. I'm like, "Sorry, I ruined your Easter," but you can use canned pineapples though. Canned pineapples totally fine because it doesn't have those enzymes and doesn't have that kind of reaction on ham. Just so you know.
You're going ham with this discussion on your holiday ham baking experience. Thank you for that.
Just
We have
thought you
nothing
should
but
know.
time to kill. Nothing but time to kill. Let's admire my feline wine glass some more.
All right, it looks like. Oh, okay. Never mind. Ooh, yes. Okay. Yes. Waiting on Cherry is going to take first pick, and Randy Newman is going to take the map. So Randy Newman will let us know where we are headed next for Game 3 in our best of 5. What do you think about this Randy Newman logo and the Waiting on Cherry logo? What do you think of those?
Waiting on Cherry looks a little too fast food restaurant to me. But I get it. They like cock. Randy Newman, I like their improved, newer logo. The pineapples on the shirt are a nice extra touch. Clearly an artist put some work in on the fine details. I don't know what else to say.
Previously on Masterpiece Theatre, Selexia gives her opinions on the wonderful works of arts of the teams of the Nexus Gaming series.
I am qualified to do this, as I've just dubbed myself the one qualified. And, I just now clicked into the lobby that you moved us into, and I literally said I don't want to be on this map.
All right,
So I'm going to ask them to not.
Yeah, we'll just remake, we'll pick a different map. Maybe we'll just pick the map if we don't want to do Dragonshire. But that is where we are headed. We are headed to Dragonshire in Deedles. And this was picked by Randy Newman. So we'll load that on up. Boop. And now we should be able to get a complete look at our maps right here. First going to did we go to Towers first? No, I guess we went to...
We went to
Cursed
Cursed Hollow first.
Then Towers.
And then Towers.
Those two
And
maps
now Dragonfire.
confuse the crap out of me because everything on Cursed Hollow is purple. And everything on Towers... everything on Cursed Hollow is tan and everything on Towers is purple. And then the colors and the logos for the maps are reversed. It just... I can't
Did
even.
you say tan?
Yeah, like Cursed Hollow, it's all tan. It's tan everywhere. It's like desert.
I don't
It's-
even know.
It's just me and my old man problems. Get off my lawn.
like no one sees that but you.
All right.
Okay,
You're right.
I'm looking now. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Sky Temple?
No.
Is all tan?
No.
Like hold on. Breaking news. There's a message that was redeemed to be highlighted with a specific question for me. There are also children screaming outside, and it's annoying.
Yes.
Slex, will you always be qualified for me? Yikes. One poem you write, and then you think that I have some sort of obligation to you. We'll discuss afterwards, Viv.
All right, we're going to close out this poll here. Thank you, everybody, for voting. Amazing. At 87.5%, pineapple is amazing. We're going to throw another very important poll up right now. How moist is everyone tonight? So go ahead and enter 1 through 4. When we go into draft, the 4th option might not show. So vote now if you want the 4th option, because I don't think you're going to be able to see it on stream when we go into the next scene. But I think...
What are the options?
The options are not moist, somewhat moist, very moist, and extra moist. Those are the options.
Perfect.
Yes. Okay, let's check in with these teams and see if we are ready to go.
This is going to be a tough battle for Waiting on Cherry. We've seen Randy Newman has a very solid solo laner. They're able to really hold that down. Having this map being pretty macro and rotation focused, Waiting on Cherry's going to have to bring it. Because if this W goes to Randy Newman, they move on. And this is where the road stops for those chickens.
That's true. This could be it. This could be it. And let's get into it right after. These are your teams. Just reading what Buttspot did.
Buttspot is a true champion here.
Buttspot talking pride butt. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right.
But give Team Butt.
Oh, I just realized that my poll is covering over Nandy Ruman, so I apologize for that. But here is all of them, and I will just shrink it a little bit. Because we want to keep an eye on that. I'll just put it over my face. How about that? You don't want to see that anyways.
I do.
Boop. Okay, maybe we'll make it a little bigger. Boop. And then boop. Alright. I'll just kind of go over here. We'll just cover it over the
Those
teams.
sounds of struggle.
Yeah,
I
they're
love to
not
hear.
fun. I'm sorry, I apologize.
I love to hear them. My favorite was when you were trying to open your box of wine coolers or whatever it was.
Oh, this is
I
like
was like, please open it louder, and then you were like, trying to sit back down. It was too much.
just all the noises. All right, so this was picked by Randy Newman, so we have the first pick here by Waiting on Cherry, and they once again choose to ban out the Abathur. See ya, dear
Alright,
Abby.
and then I
Please
expect
go
the
away.
Chromie ban here, but it's Varian first. They're switching it up.
That's right. Sometimes
The
you
old
just
switcheroo.
gotta. Hey, McLovin! Thank you very much for the 69 bits. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.
McLovin, yes.
Woot woot! It's McLovin. Sound the alarm somewhere. There we go. Now I feel bad that I don't have like a
Spam
sound
one of my
effect.
Spam one of my voice lines.
One of your voice lines?
There's
Oh,
a
I gotta be
Samuro
I gotta
band
be
finally.
careful with your voice lines though, because a lot of them are spicy.
You can stop it before the spiciness with something else, you know? Taking this all the way to the bank with these ganks.
There we go. That one's fine, right? Alright, back to the bands. There's the Chromie band coming out, and there's the Samuro band coming out for Waiting on Cherry. They have had enough of Sam. Sorry, Sam. That's the way it goes. Maybe they'll even take the KT. I don't know if they play it, but I have a feeling if they don't, KT is going to make an appearance
Maybe
again.
they're gonna pick up ETC Laming again.
Could be. Maybe consistency, although I don't know if that's been working so far, but it is a new map. Johanna. Big, badass Johanna with the crazy eyes.
Well, there's your curse word, Weenus.
Oh, yes. Watch, I meant that bad butt Johanna. Help me, butt spot. Help me.
Pride
Give-
butt, pride butt,
Pride
pride
butt, pride butt. 2 picks now coming out from Randy Newman. KT and Stukov. I don't know.
Stukov and Tink.
All right,
ETC for
there's the
them this
ETC.
time.
All right.
I would say ETC has more value here than the other maps, except for Cursed Hollow, because he has a global ability as well. So waiting on Cherry giving that up is interesting.
Yeah, let's see what kind of a offlaner is going to be picked up for both teams, because that top lane, super important. And when getting picked up again, and Sylvanas making their first appearance in this matchup for Waiting on Cherry. Or as Artha now says, Sylvanus.
Sylvanus, indeed.
From Transylvania!
On the play from Chameleon.
So far, all the votes on the poll is everyone is extra moist, which is good. And if you're not, then maybe we can get you there. But we will clear that up, and if we go to another game, we'll have to figure out some more polls to put up there. Greymane getting banned out from Randy Newman. We could use an offlaner, maybe another range DPS, maybe a melee DPS here for Waiting on Cherry, maybe some kind of a support. I don't know.
We'll see. They might want to consider banning the KT. It was oppressive against them. But instead they banned the Alarak again. Okay.
All specialty
I don't know how to
heroes.
deal with them. Just ban them.
Yeah.
You know?
Get rid of it. All right, so do we see the KT here, or are they going to flex onto a different kind of mage?
They may flex onto a different kind of mage. I feel like they might want to pick up something that has more execution quickly. Maybe, if not, to just deny it from the side of Waiting on Cherry, to do it for just their own sanity. We see the Jaina picked up in the Malthael. This allows Waiting on Cherry to decide who to best put in that solo lane against the Malthael. Sonya was not it. We learned something last game.
Could be. So also interesting wombo combo potential here if you go Mosh and Ring with the ETC and Jaina. A lot of split push potential with Sylvanas, but not a huge map. And it's going to be Dahaka in the off lane. And there's that Li Ming once again as the mage of choice from Waiting on Cherry. What do you think of the matchup between...
She blows.
Their...
Dahaka and Malthael?
Yeah, what do you like in that matchup?
I mean, it's okay, but Dahaka's going to have to play safely. And there is the Executioner I was kind of alluding to, not the specific hero, but someone that can do a lot, and Maiev was picked up as the final pick for Randy Newman. Another specialty hero, if you will. And yeah, I don't know, Mosh Warden's Cage Ring can be pretty devastating.
Absolutely. I wonder, yeah, and then you have just Malthael dancing around trying to heal off of all these people, especially getting that percentage off of Johanna. Love to see it. I love both of these portraits. Like, it's great that they're synergized, but also they're very fun portraits.
Yeah, definitely fun. So, whose draft do you like better? I've asked you this.
Yeah, I like the wombo combo of Randy Newman. If they can pull it off, I think they'll just win. Waiting on Cherry, they're going to have to try to avoid that and maybe do some more split push. I'm not sure. Here we go. Game number 3 of this series. We're going to start over here on the other side first. We're going to start with Randy Newman. We have Nandy Ruman on the ETC. We have Randy Newman on the Stukov. We have Randall Newman playing Malthael. We have Randy Newman playing the Maiev. And we have Randy Nudeman playing the Jaina. This is Randy Newman.
And on the side of Waiting for Cherry, we have Darth Cherrywood on Johanna, Chameleon, TDK playing the Sylvanus, Mr. Potato Head on Li Ming, Dax on Dehaka, and Darth Punisher on Anduin.
All right, here we go. This one is needed for Waiting on Cherry to survive in this Coastal Finals. Let's see here. We do have the Fingers of Frost picked up for Jaina. Dahaka is getting that tissue regeneration. So again, we see the Hold Your Ground, really pumping up that Iron Skin. And we do have the Prog Rock on ETC, and that will do it for the stacking quests from both of these teams.
All right,
I think
so. Randy Newman is already just looking at clearing and rotating. Siege Camp is looking to be picked up by the side of Waiting on Cherry first. They want to definitely prioritize macro. Randy Newman's side is also doing that. Top lane, taking a look at Dax versus Randall Newman. He's a little low, but like I said, he's probably just going to have to wait for the waves. Get his essence and be gross or whatever he does with his tongue, you know?
Essence.
Yeah, you know, that's interesting. Randy Newman was later to jump on the camp, but they pick it up really quick because they dedicate four heroes to actually picking up that camp first, and they do get it. So it might just be about dedicating resources to these camps.
It's resources and also heroes. If we look at what they have, the Jaina is really strong early game on the siege camps. Sylvanas is not as strong anymore, so they just have to deal with that. I need to put this drink down because I am starting to get a little tipsy.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, here is the engage. And so far, the bottom is being controlled here by Waiting on Cherry, but they have been pushed off, and Randy Newman is going to take this. They have top. Now they just need to get someone to the dragon if they want to take this Dragon Knight. Sylvanas in trouble, getting pulled, yanked, and it's saved there by Death Punisher? I think it's Death Punisher. I'm going to go with Death Punisher.
Yeah.
The DTH Punisher.
Darth, I was like, it has to be Death, but I'll be damned if I correct myself or ever admit to being wrong. So
sure,
I stuck with it.
Johanna is in the mid trying to keep Randy Newman from picking up this Dragon Knight, and the bottom is now being taken back over by Waiting on Cherry. So they are able to push off the Dragon Knight so far. In the top lane, it looks like Dax is getting a little bit outplayed by Randall Newman. Getting a good drag there, just not taking enough tower shots.
Yeah, I mean,
to get a kill.
He's not the best matchup against this Malthael, and he has to wait. Unfortunately, he cannot play or hold this point right now. So it's going to heavily rely on Waiting on Cherry, getting bottom lane, and maybe rotating up. But there's this Bruiser coming top lane. That's going to put extra pressure on Dax as he used his essence in defending. And I totally missed Leeming dying bot. My bad.
There is the first 1-for-1 as both teams get a kill. First kills of the game as the battle continues for this bottom point in a 3v3 fashion.
I will kill you.
Jaina dropping down that blizzard, trying to dump some damage out there, and there we go. Randy Newman has secured both of the points, but they still have to get that big Dragon Boy in the middle if they want to claim it. Look at this in the top lane. Camp picked up on Randy Newman's side is pushing
Dax
all the way
is
in.
gonna die right here. He's burrowing. He's in his ground tuna, but unfortunately, it's just not going to be enough. I mean, unless I'm just cursing it.
Oh, Mo's with that tongue. Oh,
it
so
was
close.
Actually enough.
50 HP. Oh, and they do get the kill on Malthael.
Holy moly, he lived.
My goodness,
I said, unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. Acting like I knew what was going on, like I'm smart, right? Like, unfortunately, and he lives.
He does make it out. Very nice play there and response by Waiting on Cherry. And let's see what happens. I mean, we're getting push. We're getting a lot of push in the top lane, and so there's some damage here onto this fort. There needs to be some wave clear in the bottom.
Picked up though by Randy Newman. They are the gods of macro in Division D, and that's really a strong side for them because it has caused a lot of trauma maker time without KT in multiple lanes.
Trauma maker, team fight destroyer, you'll be dead. Here is another fight breaking out. A big blizzard coming down onto Death Punisher, and down goes Anduin. Mr. Potato Head is going to have to reconfigure his body parts or get out of there. It's dropping down a little bit. Landing some nice orbs, though. Here comes Randy Newman. Surprise, surprise, Randy Newman Comes in and does get a pull there, but this is going to be bottom point. It will be
Malthael's
controlled by Randy
waiting
Newman.
mid just to pick this up, and Dahaka, Dax up there, able to capture it to deny him, and Malthael's back on the hunt. He uses his ground tuna immediately.
You gotta use that ground tuna. It's the best type of fish.
Oh my god.
Yes. All right, so 10s. We already have 10s here for Randy Newman. They are being picked up. We do have last rights on Malthael. Everything else is being held for the moment. Besides Flailing Swipe now, and we have Warden's Cage. We have Summon Water Elemental, so there will be no ring,
Okay.
a ling-a-ding-dong.
I mean, I prefer Water Elemental usually, but when we were talking about like, oh my god, you know, we could see a Wombo here. Hold on, Dax is just, no. Sorry, this time I can say he's dead.
Dax has died. He is dead. Bottom point has been claimed by waiting on Sherry, though, so they are stalling this out, looking for 10s. They need 10s. They're down a full level. There we go. There are the 10s. And we do see stage dive from ETC, so there will be no moshing. Make no mistake, no mosh. No more, no mosh,
Nope.
no less.
Like I said, I mean, this is the more
Light
powerful
Bomb
map
coming
for
out
the
with a big
ETC
stun here onto
global.
Malthael. Malthael going down. Here comes the Warden's Cage as well as the stage dive, and it's going to blow up Sylvanas as the fight continues. Big orbs coming downtown from Li Ming, but here's ETC trying to chase off Anduin, and that is going to be a 1-for-1 exchange there. So that could have been worse. A good opportune moment for 10s to come online for waiting on Sherry, and good use of Light Bomb.
It would be a good opportune moment for Dax to have joined his team, perhaps, but he was clearing a wave. Siege Camp is available for the side of waiting on Cherry. They're able to most likely pick that up now. And ETC is capturing, or actually just maintaining footing top lane, while Bruiser Camp is picked up by Randy Newman.
We do have... Yes, go on.
So now waiting on Cherry is also picking up their Bruiser, but this is going to allow Randy Newman to rotate down and get this bottom shrine.
As well as have a large push in the top, with this siege camp.
Large march.
And two, we got ETC and Malthael top. This is not going to be able to be defended solo by Sylvanas. Chameleon having to back up here, and here comes Dax to help out, but that might be all she wrote with last rights, and down goes Sylvanas. Down goes the top fort. In the bottom, it looks like waiting on Cherry's having a little bit better results here. Light Bomb comes out onto the Jaina. Here comes ETC, though, with that stage dive, and the big old hand slap coming out from Stooky Dookie. A nice pull-in from Maiev, and that's going to be a cleanup here as Johanna goes down, Anduin goes down. Mr. Potato Head running for the border. Nandy Ruman waiting in the bushes. Oh, my goodness! Does get the
Mr.
slow...
Potato-
Oh! Rip. And there is the triple kill going out for Randy Newman. What a fight.
Triple kill!
Ooh. Viv saying he can't be a Cabana boy if he's dead, referring to Dax. This is true.
The fire comes for you.
Alright, well the fire is coming for waiting on Cherry. This is getting more and more intense as these Dragon Knights are, or whatever the hell it's called, is picked up. It is a Dragon Knight. Yes, perfect. Because this is game 3 in a best of 5 with a 2-0 right now favoring Randy Newman. We've got to see the fight come out here from waiting on Cherry.
Talent tier advantage does exist so far right now for Randy Newman, 14 to 13. Well, not for long. There it is. Even talent tier now. And ETC getting very, very low at 300 HP, but going to be able to make it out as Water Elemental is just kind of zoning here on Li Ming.
And Sylvanas is just pushing bottom fort down with a siege camp as well. So this is technically, I mean, a 5v4 mid. I'm sorry, Sylvanas that was her siege she was defending.
Yeah, it's just too much siege for her to push back to save the fort. But here comes the Dragon Knight. It's almost out of time. 10 seconds left on its life. And 11% left on its health. So, like, it's going to drop at any moment. But they do clear out all the forts. And they now have, they're now looking for 16.
Yeah, they should probably leave and look for 16, although they really, I mean, have been dominating these fights. They're getting chunked right now. Warden's Cage comes out and really just keeps back 3 members. Dax and Darth Cherrywood are in the middle of everyone. Blessed Shield comes out with the Light Bomb, and Johanna does die in the mix, but Maiev is looking so low. And unfortunately, Li Ming dies. They just don't have that execution that we're looking for. And oh no. Anduin, come back.
That is 4 members down, and it looks like Dax will get away, but that is a quad kill going over to Randy Newman as they are looking very strong in game 3.
Very strong. Siege Camp is available if they want to pick that up and help them get this bottom keep down, but death timers are rising. They do have level 16. They're going to be able to take this keep with no contest, most likely then rotate down to that siege and on over to theirs and just maintain the control that they have. What can Waiting on Cherry do to come back here, Weenus?
My goodness. Well, yeah, getting this pressure, they're going to pick up the Siege Giants here. They're going to grab their own camp over there. Or maybe they're going to go somewhere else and do something else. But I think what Waiting on Cherry needs to do is I think they need to pick some fights. They're down. They can wait a little while, but they can't let another Dragon Knight go to Randy Newman. I don't think they want a full-on fight. I think since they're down, I think they need to hide a little bit, maybe try to get some ganks. If there is a split from Randy Newman, they need to clean up all the camps that are going to be picked up by Randy Newman because they have full map control. Try to get their own camps if they can, when they can. Their bruiser camps up in 12.
Up in 10.
In 10 seconds.
I see experience on the map top. Dax should be there.
It's a little bit dangerous though, because if you get picked, like it's kind of crazy.
You have to know that Randy Newman is just only looking at macro objectives this entire game. Now it's their opportunity to hold firm on this bruiser camp, and Waiting on Cherry is not even in the position to really contest, I guess. They don't have 16 yet.
Yeah, they don't want to fight down if they can help it. They said they're just going to clear what they can. Look for 16. Try to get a fight before 20. That is a huge amount of mercs in the top lane. Clear that out. But here comes Randy Newman securing the top point and looking for the bottom point while leaving someone mid to pick up the Dragon Knight. Someone's got to get on one of these points from Waiting on Cherry because they're not going to make it mid. I can guarantee you that in time.
Well, they are getting on top. Randy Newman's
it's going to be
channeling.
close. It's going to be close. Oh, they did get it. They barely got it. Randy Newman's going to punch this. Maybe they might just go bottom and try to end, or they might go mid and try to take out that keep.
He is positioning to rotate bot.
All right, they're looking for an end.
The entire team of Waiting on Cherry is rotating down to do their best. They will get 16. Looks like Anduin's trying to get that, and he did get it mid. So here they are in the final defense in game 3 in a best of 5.
Dax getting a good big pull there onto Malthiel, and out comes Light Bomb. Here comes the Warden's Cage as well, activating. A lot of damage coming out from Jaina onto the members of Waiting on Cherry. Down goes Johanna. Down goes Malthiel, though. The core has lost its armor. It's starting to lose health. Watch out, Mr. Potato Head, as Li Ming goes down. Randy Newman is continuing to assault this core, and it's down to 50% already. Down goes Maiev. I think they can do it. They're pushing, and game number 3 is going to go over 2. Wow, Randy Newman sweeping the series 3-0. Whew. GG's.
Whew. GG's indeed.
Oh my goodness. All right. So looking at this game, once again, a lot of damage coming out from the mage player on Randy Newman. I believe, was it Randy Nudeman played the Samuro, is that right?
Yeah.
And which of the Randys is the KT? Is that Randy Newman?
I think
no.
It's Randy Newman.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so getting a little bit brutalized in the top lane. Haka had a little bit of a tough time up there. Really solid play from Randy Newman, 14-7, double the teamfight kills. Really, like you said, great macro play, picking up those camps and getting on top.
They just had the macro on lock. Like I said, they chose this map because they knew that they could out macro, and they did. Anyone looking to battle Randy Newman in the future needs to ban macro heavy maps, especially maps that have a strong certain lane, like bottom lane, or I mean any of them. Their solo laner did an excellent job. Dax could not compete, and their macro eye on watching the countdown timers, just they were like hawks waiting every single camp.
Indeed. Indubitably. Well played. Let's take a look at the maps here. Yeah, there it is. All 3 maps going over to Randy Newman. Randy Newman will advance. They will be playing the East Coast the East Coast Champions, Coastal Champions, Bancho, when they figure out a time that works best for them to play. This is the end of the line for Waiting on Cherry, but you guys fought hard, you played hard, and we look forward to seeing you guys return hopefully next season. Maybe some fun stuff in the off season. So, well played to you as well. All right, we do have some redemptions here. Oh, and a new poll just for giggles. What do we need? A chicken honk 1, a goat scream 2, or 3 a wavy boy? Oh my goodness! And here's some more redemptions already. Whew. Sound request coming in from Mark Zombie. He wants the anime wow. I believe it's this. If it's not, I'm not sure exactly what it is. Ektar wants the goat scream. Watch out. I'm gonna leave it on top of the microphone and just play it. This might kill everyone. Ugh. Is that like as loud as everything else? Is that super loud?
It wasn't. No.
Okay. I'll just play it over here. Oh, double goats. And then Slexia has the wacky wavy boy. I think I'm all out of
I'm ready.
I think I'm all out of music. Maybe I'll play No, let's go with I like the classic.
You'll love to hear it.
You love to wacky wavy it. All right, I think we should try to get an interview in here from Randy Newman. What do you think?
Sure.
All right. Now that I've done all my silly stuff, this is really about the teams. So I'm going to meet you in the NGS chat. Oops. Did I lose you? All right. So I will see you on over there. Pick a lobby, and we'll see you there. Boop. Hello. I have to replace you with chickens.
Hello.
Chickens. There you are. Okay. So far, 1 vote. Goat screams. We'll see. Type in chat 1, 2, or 3. We'll see. I'm kind of surprised it's not more wavy boy. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, Randy Newman.
Well,
Not
thank you.
Not Randall. That is your father.
No, that's not me. That's the other. That's Randall.
That's
I'm
Randall.
I'm Randy. I'm the captain,
Oh.
but he stepped in because he had a webcam.
I see. You
And
gotta
so-
have one of the boys on cam.
Yeah, for sure. And I apologize. I think some more Randys are gonna come and cause a ruckus to your
I'm not
to
on
your
my
like.
watch.
Okay, very good.
Or they're gonna try to. I don't know if they can get in, but they're gonna try.
All right, excellent. Well, we'll see it. We'll see
So I'll
if,
give you a
if they
heads
show
up.
up.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry.
that's okay. Like if things get bad, we'll just lock them out. It's perfect. All right. So congratulations first and foremost in your 3-0 sweep here of waiting on Cherry. You guys are the Season 8 Division D West champions. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. We're pretty stoked right now after a couple seasons of not getting here, but we had a blast. So glad you could.
Oh,
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, absolutely. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just excited for you guys as well. And what would you attribute to being able to get here this season? Have you changed anything, or what would be different? Would you say?
I mean, a lot of it has been just experience with like competitive, like playing at like a competitive level, like a coordinated level. Like the first season, just was our first season, which we ended up doing better than our second season. We had like a bunch of subs, and we had like one of our main players, Randy Newman, couldn't play with us in season 7, and so not having him was kind of made us a little worse. And we had like we cycled through like 3 or 4 or three different people last season to try and find a replacement. So just having that like inconsistency was part of it. So
now that you have Nude Man back, you guys are a little bit more in the groove, right? Yeah. Okay.
So so it was like now that we've got the experience and like combined with the I guess the consistency, that helps a lot.
Excellent. Well, I mean, you guys are playing very well. Let's see here. Slexi, do you have any questions?
I usually don't,
Sure.
but I'll try to think of one. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Just give me.
I have
No,
a que-
I have a question. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead. No,
All
no,
right.
no.
Yeah. No. Oh.
It's your stage. I'm the spotlight. You know what I mean? I'm just here to make you look good. My question is, how could you do that to Dax? No, I'm kidding. That's not my question. Oh shoot. Are you eating caramel right now?
Wait, am I eating caramel? Was that the question?
You have a mouthful of caramel right now.
I don't. I
Oh,
wish
if-
I did. I guess now that you bring it up, but
If you did, I would be shocked at the audio recognition from Lexia. Here's another question. What did you guys do to prepare for this match? Like, what was your routine?
I guess it wasn't wasn't much different than usual. Like we don't, just based on busy schedules, we don't get like a ton of time to like play like as five. We do on occasion, and it's just the occasional Storm League game. A lot of times we play as groups of 3, groups of 4. Is kind of like the majority of our practice, but so we just kind of have fun and quick match and stuff like that. We played 3 of us. We played a lot of Farming Simulator in the off week to like kind of get our zen back and kind of recollect ourselves. And so,
Yeah.
if you guys are interested in Farming Simulator, TGI Fridays is needing some more farmers. So anybody out
I don't
there,
think we are, but thanks for offering.
Or anybody in
Uh,
chat? Anybody in chat? If you guys want
anybody
to
in
do
chat,
some
yeah,
farm
TGI
too,
Fridays, we need some extra farm hands.
excellent. That's
Do you
great.
farm like loaded like potato wedges? Like what do you farm actual stuff, or is it like appetizers?
We're just like salt of the earth, barley and cotton and wheat farming. It's just the basics.
Oh wow.
And so the
Yeah.
TGIF is the squad name, not you don't actually do
No.
all the farming inside of a TGIF Fridays or on your laptops or anything.
No, that's just they're our biggest client, so that's just the name of the farm, just to keep it simple, I guess. Show
I
who
see.
we represent.
Absolutely, very good.
Interesting.
So have you guys, now that you guys have won the West Coast, what are your plans against Bancho, or whatever you can share about that?
I guess I don't know, like kind of just like we just really enjoy, like we kind of fluctuate week to week. It's just kind of like the flavor of the week and what we kind of like to play. We have success on some niche characters that kind of are like, not everyone normally plays against. We like playing Alarak. Like we brought out Samurai. Like even though that's the first time in NGS we played Samurai, like Newman has like 300 games on Samurai. We just never really just sent it, and so we were just like, let's full send and get him off guard, and just he's pretty good at the character, and so we just kind of like to play what we're feeling week to week, I guess.
You can prepare as best as you can against Randy Newman, but they have secret strats that they have just been sitting on and ready to pull out at any moment. That's what
Yeah.
I am hearing, and that seems highly effective.
Yeah, I think our ignorance and that we don't know what we're doing, I guess, kind of sometimes works out into our benefit, because it's a mystery to us, even. a
I
couple
don't believe
days
that
before a
one
game.
second. I'm curious. I have a question. What are your comms like? You guys are so focused on macro. You must, I'm assuming, are like, okay, 5 seconds on siege camp, their side. Like, are you guys calling this out, or you just all have your own personal timers and eyes that you're using, or is there one person that's like the macro god?
I mean, it's kind of a little bit of both. Like, I try my best to like keep an eye out on that, but I do miss a lot. Like, especially when we're like focusing on like bottom lane, I sometimes miss like some top camp timers. But like, I guess on Dragonshire, we've banned Dragonshire I think every week this season. It's just a map we didn't really like, but we just kind of thought that, we saw they only played it one game this season, and we're just like, let's just try and take like the low IQ strat of just like, when we see a camp, let's just take a camp, make sure we don't lose control, and just like start with just that, like always have a camp up and push with it where we can, and just try and keep them like responding to something somewhere. And so it was just like no yellow camps on the map was kind of our idea for that game.
Nice.
Enigmatic says, if you don't know what you're doing, how is the other team gonna know? Best logic. Yeah, that's
Wow.
that's a fun strategy. I like it.
That is so deep.
Yitbosser wants to know, have you guys been interested in farmers only now that you guys have been doing Farmer Simulator?
I don't know if we qualify yet. Like, I think you have to be as much as we like to think we're real farmers. I think you got to be a real farmer.
Okay, you got to get your hands dirty before you.
Yeah,
well, I'm not going to finish
we
that.
have we have too soft of hands. Like our hands are soft and uncalloused, so
you wouldn't be able to get away with it. That's what happens on the first
instantly.
date. You shake their hand and they're like, "Oh no, honey, your hand doesn't feel like leather. I'm out of here."
Yeah, we're like teachers and engineers and architects. Like we have the softest hands around, so we'd get caught instantly.
Oh my goodness.
Intrigued.
Well,
first of all, I may have a few more questions now. Just kidding. I'm done. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, we will let you guys get out of here, but thank you so much for letting us cast you guys. And if you have any shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, like I always say, thanks to NGS for hosting this and finally getting that that championship win feels good. We're excited for the not the coastal final, the grand final. Shout out to you guys, Weenus and Slexia, taking time out of your day to cast our little old game. We always appreciate it. And you guys have a fun stream, so we like when to see your name being cast by, or seeing us be cast by you.
Thank you.
You guys have a good time, so appreciate your work. Shout out to Waiting on Cherry again for putting up a good game. We were pretty worried. We were obviously, the most concerned about playing them, especially getting dominated the first part of the season, and they're clearly like the number 2 team in our opinion that we were. Worried about, and so shout out to them for a good series and for a season as well, and hopefully we look forward to playing them in the future.
Most excellent. Well, thank you and all of the rest of the Randy Newman crew for a wonderful performance, and hope you guys have fun celebrating tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys play in the grand finals for Div D.
What up? Yeah, we'll see you there.
All right. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, you guys too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Let's get Slexia back in here. Testing. Here she is.
1, 2, 3.
All right, chickens. I'm going to have to let you go. Bye, chickens. And she's back. My goodness. Well, that was fun. That was a crazy 3 games. It did not go 3 hours as I was expecting and or hoping. It looks like the poll is going to close with Wavy Boy 50% of the vote. We will end up with 1 more of those.
Oh no, I just redeemed another, so 2 more of those.
And a frickin' honker. Okay.
A frickin' honker. That's the loudest one.
Frickin' honker. See, it's a good thing I took that shot off of the redeem. I will be adding it back after this cast because I would have had to take a lot of shots, and that probably wouldn't have been good. Here's a Wacky Wavy Boy. I need a clip of you singing so we can do Wacky Wavy Boy in front of that.
What do you want me singing?
I don't know. Let's see. What else can I play? All right, we'll play one more. I do like playing the Spanish Flea song. Big Doodoo Head 69, thank you very much for the subscription with Twitch Prime. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, as well as everybody who has hung out in the chat. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Slexia, thank you for being here. You can find Slexia on Twitter at Slexia3 and on Twitch, twitch.tv/Slexia.
Yes. Can we talk about anything that we're doing tonight or not?
We will be doing some ARAM HOTS coming up in just a little bit.
We want to see your brawls. But just so you know, sign-ups close in 10 minutes. Go ahead and click the Discord and chat if you want to be a part of it. It's gonna get wacky and wavy. Definitely.
Yeah. It's gonna be some ARAM fun community night. I know it's late, but if you guys are down to party, come on out and we'll have some more fun. Thanks to both teams. Congratulations for moving on, Randy Newman and Waiting on Cherry. You guys put up a great fight, so well done there as well. Thank you so much for the bits coming in, McLovin. I appreciate it. And thanks to everybody in chat. Appreciate y'all. You can find me on Twitter at MoistWeenus, where I post weird things. about I don't know, Oregon Trail and my dog, and
Yeah, I did
how
notice that. Yeah.
how I eat burritos all the time. It's weird. You found me if you're watching this VOD on some other place. My Twitch is twitch.tv/moistweenus. We will see you guys soon. Thank you everyone for being here. We will catch you next time. Adios.